Okay, boys and girls, we're back. We're back in business. I'm going to play a ton of poker tournaments, educational value only. Don't think we get a ton of fold equity here, but I think it's maybe a little bit better than check calling it off. Hopefully we're not covered. Wow. Yeah. We're bit thin there. You're pretty thin. Okay. We have a spot here where it's actually quite close, but we have probably roughly 23% against his range. Going to cry call. Almost got there. Here with the jacks, I think we can 3-bet or we can call. This time we go for a 3-bet. And let's see. Sorry if that's an overly long message. Yeah, it was quite long, but it's okay. Here with the jacks, I'm going to call one more time, but it's on the turn it's quite close already against a big size maybe. And on the river, I think we're just hoping for a check. Does have wild most lines. Not really the kind of note I wanted to read. Feels a bit stationy, but we're going to call the jacks under wrapped as well. We do have the note on him, and then I think we should be calling. I think the solver makes a lot of sense in a lot of spots. I don't know. Might be wrong. Here we're going to bet. Ourselves. Check raising an option 2, of course. Kevin, definitely someone who is not afraid to call me on a lot of streets. I think we put the river. He called me so many times being right. I would love for all those bluffs to finally be paid back in this hand, but no dice. Okay. Trapping apparently with the ace queen 4-3. We do have the best hand, but doesn't mean that much. I think we have the best made hand. So we have to fade a lot of the cards. Can we do it? That's hard, that's not good news. So Devin is saying what is the best way to reach the top, basically, in poker. I think the best and quickest way is to find someone that can help with showing what stuff you should be focusing on. It's very hard to figure that out just by yourself. Defending the 10 deuce. Super nice flop for 10 deuce, sort of. I think we just call here most of the time. My opponent gets to bet turn quite a lot, I think. Now on the river, I'm going to bet. It's kind of hard to have air here, so I'm expecting quite a bit of folds. So here we have not much fold equity. It's an okay hand. get it in with, kind of borderline, but this guy should have a lot of strong hands still. Need to limp the kings. Very nice flop, of course. Hi, good luck for this evening ride. Thank you, sir. If there was $1 million PLO cash game, would you play and 100% yourself or backed? I love having very big pieces of myself, but in $1 million PLO game, I would not be able to have a big piece of myself. I mean, depending on the lineup, I would take more risk than I should, and probably play between 20 or 25% myself. Martin has a very wide opening range here because he's covering everyone. Bada Boom is a bit wild in terms of calling, I think. Although he's not playing that many hands so far. I can bench you out of this pot. Okay, we're all in. Yeah, we're in okay shape. 58%. Winning all-ins has been a bit of a struggle. But not this one. You seem to run so good against Martin. That was his kryptonite a couple of series ago, and it seems to be the case still. Here, perfect quote-unquote bluff 3-betting hand. You opened the hand before as well. Let's check the info quickly. Very far from the bubble. We do get called. Going to put in our stack. Pair on open-ender, not too bad. Probably flipping against his range if he calls. That's in bad shape with the flush draw. 10-10-6-3. Okay. These flops are not great. You can call a lot of hands, but we catch enough here where we get to jam. He's saying that he's running cold, but maybe he's outplaying me with the emoticons. Maybe he's saying that I'm running cold. 56%, not too bad. Going up to 70. Let's see if we can do it. That is not us. This hand might be nice for a little raise key. And then we just stack it off, of course. If it goes all in. Doesn't play it that well as a flat. Okay. Lock it up. Double up. Dirty one, but we'll take it. Three left here. We're 3 lefts. Shoving the river, of course. If Pascal doesn't show up with a lead here, which might be a thing. I don't hate it, but Queen High Flush seems a bit too low to do it. Hi Dirk, how would your game be affected when suddenly someone starts straddling in the 25k Triton and asking for bomb pots? We're going to find out next Montenegro. After the break, we will become a skyrocket. Let's hope for it. Time for Operation Noon. The limb re-raise from Gavin, which is funny because we're blocking 2 of the cards that he's representing. Namely the aces, opening with the kings. Getting 3-bet. Mats has aces here at a decent frequency, but this time he has the queens. which is nice for us. 8, king, or a queen or jack. Here Gavin hits the queen. That's too bad in the higher buy-ins. Okay, late wedge over. Everyone jumping in. Which is nice because we can get out of the hole that way. We can get out of the hole. Another question, playing heads up. What villain is probing way too wide? What's your GTO exploit? Somebody's probing way too wide. We're checking back a little bit more with strong hands. We're raising the probe a bit more. I think we want to call here. See how things develop. It's good enough to stack off. It's quite likely that he's gonna overshove. And Chris has a terrible decision to make. We just got to put our money in. Just the 1/3 looks pretty strong. Pick up a couple of outs, but I would have liked to see a fold from Chris. We might win the tournament here and now. No, we can still late wedge. Still late wedge. This is not great. 38%. Wow. Come on, do it one more time. I deserve this. I feel like I deserve this. Come on, baby girl. Do it. Do it. That's me. We just call here with the ace jack. Check again. Kings, definitely a possibility. Call. A6. Gotta put a little 4-bet. Little 4-bet. Let's see how that turns out. Get erased from this guy. We're gonna put our stack in. Don't know how creative he is, but I think this outperforms flat calling. Wow, well, for this is not really part of his range. It is. Top 3 favorite songs and top 3 favorite movies. I really like The Usual Suspect. Don't know why, but it's just a great one. Shutter Island, also one of my all-time favorites. When it comes to songs, I always listen to Never Going Broke by I Am Sue. When I was actually going broke. That song would really crack me up. Now I have to be careful, he's short stacked, so you don't want to fold too many hands from the button. Do get a chance to get his bounties, 7.5k. I wouldn't mind. Little queen on the flop. 2 deuces. Works as well. A 6 and a jack. We don't win the hand. That's us. Sorry for all the clocks. Nice little bounty. Chris not happy. As for tournaments, I like to do the live stops in on the Triton field. Get a couple of good scores in those. What other goals do I have? with the streaming, there's a lot of like potential avenues you can go. So so far, it's given me a lot of opportunities actually that I wasn't expecting to have. Flopping quads here, which is super nice. I'm blocking the aces. I'm not sure if he goes 3 streets of value with the aces. I'm gonna find out. Calling again. You have a very, very condensed range at the moment. Seeing a bluff with this whole stack would be nice here. It doesn't happen often, but somebody can do it. It's Gavin. Yeah. He's the one. So we would prefer a fold. Decides to go for it. Flop suited kings. Can we hold? Wow. It's got the aces. We flop a king. That's a nice one. Pretty crazy. It's got aces there, but okay. Could get a second place here. We're rooting for this guy to win. 12.5%. That's not really what we're hoping for. Oh. No, cancel. Here we're going to defend. We do quite terrible against his opening range, but we wouldn't mind bursting the bubble. Or in very good shape. We do get it. Okay, bubble bursts. Pick up jacks. We had a lot of jacks in this tournament. I think we're limping jacks here. Short. Call. Potentially getting 3 streets of value here, I think. It's blind versus blind. We have super wide ranges. I think I can call it 10 or 7. Would like to think so. Go for it. Throwing in a time card. I mean, I think a king would have been in already, so let's see how the stream is doing. Quite unlikely that he's watching it, but if you get sniped, you get sniped. Bada boo, bada bang. I think we're just jamming here. We have a pretty wild image. A lot of 3 bets though. Let's see. Quick call. It's a bet sign. Ace king. Yeah, I guess these positions we're just supposed to go broke. But this guy is definitely 3-betting. Relatively tight. It's a jack. How do you feel about your battles against Isildur? I didn't play Isildur that much. When I played him, he was behind the curve, let's say. It's an interesting spot. We might still have the best hand. Okay, that's pretty good, but ace is no bueno. We have to fade an ace or 10. Ace or 10. Okay. Re-enter that one. Not too sure what I should do here, but I think I'm going to shove it in. %. 0%. Hey Vinny, good luck at the tournaments. My first question, when the red line is dipping a bit too much, do I focus on higher probe and delete c-bet? What else can I look at? So yeah, the red line is a funny one. Things you can do to increase your red line are more bluffing, more thin value betting, in the sense that the thin value betting allows you to bluff a little bit more, and then also helps if you're a little bit stationy on the river. So good luck us. Yeah, poker's a swingy game. Especially now that I'm playing up against the opposition as well, like a lot of heads up battles and stuff. Ace 8 versus Queen 4. It's a spicy flop, we call it. Spicy turn as well. Spicy. Okay. Out boys and girls. It's been a tough one. In terms of results. So here we see the results. This is the last 2 weeks getting absolutely demolished. So yeah, that's it, boys and girls. Not a good run, not what we hoped for, but the stream was working well, and it's nice to put in a good little session. We have a couple of streams before Montenegro. Thanks everyone, and I'll see you guys on the next stream. Ciao.